Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how you set up an agent network with the MuleSoft Endpoint platform. Um, so this agent network is part of the agent broker solution, or contains the agent broker solution, which is a component in the agent fabric of MuleSoft. Um, so what you need to do is to get started with the agent network is you need Visual Studio Code and ACB latest installation. And then you would need a couple of things. So of course, a MuleSoft license and the small managed and large managed Flex gateway. So you can see I have a couple of them here already assigned. You need a private space configured before you get started, and you need to configure your ACB to be connected with your Anypoint platform, which I have already done. You can see my ACB is connected, and after installing the latest version, you should see something like Create Agent Network. And before we dive in and start creating a network, agent network requires always some assets to be prepared. So you need to have MCP servers if you want to use it as part of your agent network. This is not mandatory, the MCP servers, but you need minimum one agent which you can use to build your broker and your agent network. So this is important. So in this example, we are going to use, of course, the MuleSoft AI Chain project where we have built agents for sales and distribution, for account management. So we are going to leverage 1, 2 agents from the MuleSoft AI Chain project, which are already deployed, and also one dedicated MCP server for the agent network, while as the agent of MuleSoft AI Chain are already assigned to a couple of MCP servers. So how can you get started if you don't have anything prepared? So therefore, for that purpose, we have the MuleSoft AI Chain project GitHub org, where you will find the GitHub or example Mule apps repository. And currently you see there is a branch, but at the moment where you will be using it, this should be fully migrated. So in the branch, you will find agent tutorial. And this agent tutorial contains all the different agents you would need, which are fully prepared and A to A 0.3.0 protocol version compliant, plus the MCP server for search tools, which we are going to use here as well. So that's basically the prerequisite. You would need one agent and one MCP server in order to build your broker and establish a agent network. Now let's go into ACB and create our first agent network. You need to be logged in, as I already mentioned. You have to provide here a selection. Let me go to the place where I'm creating my tutorial. So this is tutorial agent network. The business group you have to select here. And now you can say create. It will create the project, and you should see these two files, which is the agent network YAML and agent JSON. So these are the files you will be using to build your network. So you can see this is what it comes up with a simple example network, which you can now extend based on what you are trying to achieve. So I will call my agent network, and this is a YAML, right? So this is an easy way to read through the structure, and I would suggest everyone who will do the hands-on keep your time to go through it. So you can see the structure is pretty simple. You have this brokers, right? So this is everything which includes the configuration for the brokers. Within the broker, you have the broker itself with its card. And then you can see what are the cards, what are the skills. And then you have another one, which is the specification. And this specification is regarding everything you will use within the broker. This contains the LLMs. Currently, OpenAI is supported, but you can use the inference connector and make almost any LLM OpenAI responses API compliant and use it provided here. But you need to provide the name of the platform should be OpenAI. The models currently officially supported is the GPT-4.1, I believe. 5 mini and few others. This is fully documented. So here you have the instruction, important. What are the instruction you want to give to the agent? Your first agent, your first MCP server. Basically, this one you don't need, so you can get rid of it. It won't tell you anything like an error. It's an agent network without a MCP. But if you try to get rid of the agent, let's say we cut out the agent, that's not possible, right? So you will get this error that you need to have at least one agent in your network, which makes sense as MuleSoft is not looking to position itself into the agent building business, even we have very powerful capabilities available. Um, so this is what you need to know in terms of the broker config. Then you have to provide, of course, the different agents, some metadata around it. What are the agents? What's the name? So they appear a little bit more fancier in your Exchange as well as in your API manager. If you're using MCP servers, provide it under the MCP servers tag, give it a name. Here, label how you want to access those. LLM provider, you can see here what you want to use. So the platform should be OpenAI. Here you can change it. Also, this one is something you can change it. This is always a reference to something you have provided somewhere, and we will walk through this. So LLM providers, and then of course you need connections to each of these things. Um, this is something which you would need. Also, this is a thing which I would suggest you to put under the exchange JSON, which is the other file we have. Let's open it. So this is hard coded here. We can extract it and say this is like OpenAI API URL, base URL, API URL, doesn't matter. And we say then here after this, yeah, here you go. It is the world of AI, right? It helps me. I just need to think about it. It's there. So that's fine. Now I need to, what is this? Business rule selection. Uh, no idea. Okay. So that's probably it. And let's start with the first design. So we open here. This is our tutorial network. And within the tutorial network, I will have a broker. And this broker we call tutorial TT network agents. This is just for me like the technical name of this thing, right? So we will call it, this is the agent network tutorial. Please provide some examples. So this is a tutorial network for agents, nothing special. Here, this is important. I keep basically when I have the technical name, I try to put this as a pass for my agent. Here you can say it's false. We don't support it yet. Default schemas, I would just go here and say both are supported. So JSON and text plain, you can add here. And then you copy this basically and apply it in the input modes here. Oh, come on. Sorry, in the output modes, default output mode, you apply it and you apply it in the input mode as well. So, and now we need to just put it a little inside. Same for this one. Okay. If this happens, we are in the AI world, so let's feel free to fix it. It will fix it. It will give you the right structure, except tags can be removed probably now. Yeah, okay. So this is my current structure, which I have. So what is next? We can now start describing this agent. So as I already mentioned, what do I have in terms of assets available? I have a MCP server running on Cloud Hub somewhere. I deployed it. It's a Google search MCP server, so I will be using. Let me see if I can connect to it. No, it's not started. So I will be using that server and connect to it. So what does it do? The first skill is, no, the first skill I have an agent as well. So prioritize the agent first. So let's say sales distribution. So provide a name. This is sales and distribution. This is a SAP agent. Distribution. Now we do provide an example, whatever. So this skill can be leveraged to inside now. This to provide this skill can be leveraged to provide access to inventory, sales orders, and delivery. Okay. What could be some example prompts? I have those. Let me copy them quickly. So these are my prompts which I copied, and there will be a second skill as well. So I will just copy and paste it here. And my second skill is search Google, search web, search Google, or Google search, let's say. Google search. Yeah, name is Google search. I don't need this one. What is the description? This, yeah, okay. Use this skill when no agent can be used for answering the user's query. Just as some additional semantics here. So I can say here, who is or what is Agent Fabric by MuleSoft? Then you should use this tool. I can say who is, or let's say what, yeah, who is Michael Bosniak from Salesforce, my colleague. And then what is the MuleSoft AI chain project about? These some example queries, this can remain. And now we can say, okay, this is OpenAI. I can give it here, Heroku. I will use my wrapper, which has been provided to us here. It's Heroku AI. And the first thing what happens here is it says it doesn't exist, right? But you have to map it here correctly. So you say Heroku, yeah, and it's gone, right? So whenever this happens, in the broker definition, you go to the right place. That's why I've collapsed it. You don't have to scroll and find it. You just do this. And now let me grab the model we are supporting for Heroku. So the model in our wrapper is this one. So out of the box, again, we support OpenAI. Go with what is here. If you want to use any other LLM providers, make sure to wrap the responses API of OpenAI, so the request and response structure, using the inference connector, and select any of the provided LLM providers. Okay, so that's here. Now instructions, yeah, are I will give some instructions. Always try to use agents first when answering user queries. Yeah, if no agent is provided, okay, that should be enough, I would say. Okay, so now our first agent is, let's say we call it, how do we call it? We call it stock overview agent. Links. Oh no, this is not like this. I need to provided here. So let's say this is our SAP sales distribution agent. Again, same thing happens. Copy it. Because it's missing the references, you go to the agents, say, boss, this is here, and it disappears. This is the SAP sales and distribution agent. You can say, what is the platform we built it with? I built it with MuleSoft AI chain. Then, do we need any other agent? If I need other agents, I need to add it. But let's get started with this one, right? So the next thing is the MCP server. We have a Google Search MCP server. So we say Google Search MCP. Copy it. Same thing will happen here. Don't worry. Just copy it here. It's gone. Now, this is it. And we are good to go for this one. And final one is OpenAI platform. You can say this is Heroku AI. What I'm providing here, Heroku. Yeah, this has to be OpenAI. So you need to make sure when you are building any wrappers that the call outs are wrapping the request and responses of the responses API from OpenAI. All right, finally, let's check the connections. We have to repair a little bit here. You can leave it, but we will be more cleaner when we do so. So let's say sales and distribution agent is here. This is the sales and distribution agent connection. This is agent. This is something I need to fix in the Exchange JSON, and directly let's do that immediately because otherwise we struggle to find it or forget it. So here you have to fix it, right? So this is where I fixed it. Sales and distribution agent card URL. This is something you need to have. MCP server will follow up soon. So this is where we fixed the first one. Now we have the MCP server. This is the MCP server connection. This is the name. Here you can paste it. Same approach, MCP server. This is the Google Search MCP server. So far, so good. We will provide these informations in a second. This is Heroku AI API key, which I will provide. We'll keep this probably. Let's see how we have it. So here we have my OpenAI connection. I can say this is my Heroku AI connection. This is OpenAI, so I can say Heroku AI, and this is Heroku AI. Or let's keep it OpenAI because it's compliant to OpenAI, just referring to the right type, which is here, Heroku AI, which is here, sorry, this one, right? So this is something which I'm referring to. The rest looks pretty much fine, I would say. So let's cross-check everything. Okay, we have here the specification for the broker, which is fine. Agents is one agent. I have one MCP. This is important when you're pasting the URL. Don't add the MCP. I'm using the streamable HTTP, which is nice, I would say. Heroku is there. Connections. I have three connections, and that's, I think, a great way to get started with. So let's save everything, and I will collect the URLs and we paste it in, and then we deploy the stuff here. So let's go. I've entered all the data in my Exchange JSON and saved it, closed it. And now the first step, what we need to do is we need to deploy this thing, right? And the way to deploy it is, first of all, setting up the agent network gateways. This is important. Where I would like to set it up, let's go into your environment and let's walk through this, right? So where we want to do it. I would like to go to my, first of all, where is my Flex Gateway? I need to go to the Runtime Manager. And in the Runtime Manager tutorial, I'm in Agentic and Flex Gateway. I can add here Manage Flex Gateway. Let's see. This should be fine. This is up to it. This will be done by the by the broker itself. I will cancel it. So this is something which is going to be set it up right now. So let's see. So I select agentic, and now it wants me to select the environment, which is the tutorial environment. This is my private space. You have to have it set it up. And now it goes. This will take some time, but you can see it will now set up, spin up the ingress and egress and start these gateways. So let me refresh here. Loading. I can come back here. You can see these are the two one which are being started. And when you go in, you should see in the settings, it's the latest, right? This is important. It will always be when you set it up like this, it will always do the latest stuff. And they were created. All good. We just need to wait until these are fully started, and then we can continue. All right. While these are starting up, I just noticed something that in my, let's not do it like this, we go here, separate, that it still looks like MCP server 1. Where is the MCP server 1? This is something I need to fix. So this is agent network, which is a tutorial network. Then I have my broker. This is my first broker, broker 1. Yes, this is fine. And then I have my agent. Let me open this one again. So let's go and build it again. So probably it need to update. That was the issue, hopefully. And I don't think any other issue would have been there. Okay, so let's wait until it's there. Okay, so I had an issue in my exchange. That's why it was red. I just missed one curly bracket. I fixed it and it's fine for now. So let's see. This is what we have, right? So this exactly replicates and shows what I have built here with the right model. This looks fine. So the next step for us would be to publish all this into Exchange. This is exactly the order you have to follow. So let's go here, publish on Exchange. This looks good. Tutorial agent network. Let's say, yeah, this is okay. We push this to Exchange and now we wait. You will see it will be quite fast. If there is any error, it will tell you. Normally, this is a pretty stable process. When you have matched everything correctly, it shouldn't break here. So you can see publishing assets. The first one is published, SAP one. Broker application building assets. Now you can see the next one is coming, the agent network agent. So at the end, it's an agent, right? So the whole broker is an agent. What we are using below is an agent, and we have an MCP server. So now the MCP server gets published as well. It will take time. Relax, no worries. Follow the instruction. Get yourself familiar with the YAML file, exactly like the way I showcased it. Collapse all the root levels and then try to understand what is within the sub levels, what are the different areas you have to maintain, and then it's much easier to understand where you are and what you are looking at. Because when we look at like this, you can see this is published. Again, I'm coming back to this topic because it's important. You can see this is the high level YAML, right? So broker, agents, MCP servers, LLM providers, and then the linkage across the different references. That's it. Nothing special. Of course, you need to have these agents prepared. You have to have the MCPs deployed, but that's it. It's not more. So now let's go into Exchange to see what do we have. And you can see these are up and running. So here we can go agents and tools, Exchange. Yeah, sometimes it happens. You can see I have my Heroku AI, I have my agent network, and these things are published. This is my broker, this is my agent, this is the Google MCP server, and this is here the Heroku MCP server. Currently, and if I go to my area of, where is it? Let's go to API management. There's nothing, right? So API management is empty, and here we should have at least an update. Let me see if what happens if we refresh this. You should see a little bit of the agent network, right? So these are my servers which I have always, but this is like the connected agent network. You have the network itself, the broker piece, you have the agent, which is built with MuleSoft AI chain and the MCP server. And now let's continue to deploy this. This is pretty solid, I would say. Let's go here and deploy agent network. That's the final step where it will ask you about several things. So let's go to tutorial. It should fill out everything because it's detected already. And you can see this is how we are providing the different URLs. It's the base URL. This is the wrong URL because I'm using here. So this is something I need to change. Let me grab the Heroku one. So that's here and slash. Okay, and we deploy. Now what will happen is, if everything goes fine, we will be in API Manager. And the moment I refresh here, you can see things will be starting to come up. So we have now the sales and distribution agent. Okay, this is fine. Let's go here. Now we see the Google MCP slowly spinning up the different assets. We see the Heroku AI. This is being deployed right now. So Google is up and running, Heroku is up and running. And finally, we should see our big broker, small broker. Here it's it. Agent network is coming up. It's a broker. It's tagged as a broker. Okay. Okay. Now it's up and running. And probably here it should say not yet fully deployed. So let's wait for it to, no, it should be now fully deployed. Everything is fine. Just let me check the configuration on Heroku. Yeah, it is using the right one. Okay, so that's fine. We have these new types, which you can see we have an agent type, we have an LLM type, we have an MCP server type, and the agent tag broker type. The moment this is deployed, and it's, yeah, should work straight away. But let's wait a little bit and we will come back once this is fully configured. So one more thing, and that's what is taking time, which is also being deployed, is in Runtime Manager. When we go here to runtimes, we are also deploying the app, right? So there's this tutorial agent app which is being deployed, and that's what's taking time. But meanwhile, while this is all happening, there's another thing which I would like to showcase to you, which is here. So on these different providers, on the agent tutorial, on the broker card, you can see exactly what this broker is currently capable of. In Exchange, this has been published. Currently, these are my examples. Once the broker is available, I can access it exactly like this URL. You can see here the instances. Right, so here I have my instance. Let's copy it. And if you would go into a new tab, let's enter it here. Let me just showcase what I'm doing. So let me just here, and then we say well known slash agent card.json. Let's see if it is the app is started. Is the agent card or agent dash card? Yeah, agent dash card. So you see the app is started and the agent card has made available. I'm still missing the provider. under the protocol version. This is something I can fix in the YAML when we add the next agent, or let's fix it now. I mean, everything is deployed. Let's go into the YAML. This is the card. It is under the protocol version. Where's the protocol version? Here. So this is the protocol version. So it should be at this area. So we say it is provider, 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 not like this, but we have org, organization, MuleSoft, and what is the other one? No, it's not contact. It's URL, URL like this. So this is just prepared for the next deployment. It will update. But for now, let's go back. This is the agent card. This is how you access it. Let me put it up again like this. And we go to Runtime Manager. It started. And the rest should be fine. This can be closed. This is agent. This is the APIs. All right. So let's grab it. So I will copy the consumer URL. Go in here. Let me clone one. Let me get this example. Okay. And now I can ask straight my question. Check inventory. Let's see if the broker is already performing. That would be really straightforward if everything works from the very beginning. And it's easy, right? So the moment you understood how the things are linked, cross-linked with each other, the rest is done by MuleSoft. It set up everything for you. You don't have to really do much of the heavy lifting. And you see, it got me that answer. It got me that answer. But if I ask, okay, what is agent force? Let's see. I mean, it's a model which could potentially know what agent force is, but I expect it to search for it using the Google search tools and then provide here the information. Okay, let's say agent force is known. Let's go for another one, which is Fabric. What is agent Fabric? MuleSoft Agent Fabric. Let's go. So here I am expecting it to Google and come up here. MuleSoft Agent Management Platform introduced by MuleSoft. Exactly. This is what it is all about. And I can even combine it. Let's say check inventory for mule test 0. And if available quantity is higher than 10,000 units, only then check what is Agent Fabric. Let's go the negative example first. So this is just 250. So it is now going to the SAP agent to ask about this product. It will return it's just 250, so it shouldn't answer. Therefore, we will not retrieve. Perfect. And if I go mule test 0, this is amazing. The broker can really determine what's going on and what should be the next step. Pretty cool and super easily set it up. Right? So this is something which has brought back MuleSoft to the agentic world. So now you can see inventory check and then the rest. So now as a final step, what I want to do as well is let me add the agent force agent, which is also here. Let me go back to here. So the first thing I need to do is this is all fine. I need to add a new skill, right? So we have two skills. I will probably copy this skill, which is until here, and then paste it here. I have this skill here, and I say this is knowledge management. Knowledge management. This skill can be leveraged to provide access to information about Kony app, about we have return initiation and battery life. This is what this agent force agent does using data cloud. So I can say here some example. What are the features of the Kony app? Kony app, how to initiate a return. Perfect. Look, this is, you don't need a engineer anymore. It does everything for you. So what is here going on? Tag. Okay, again, fix it. Copilot, do it well. Nice. Done. Accept. Didn't fix it. So what happened now? There's an issue. So is it like this? It had to be like this, I would say. Okay, let me do this. I'll just kick it, copy it, put it here, and everything goes crazy, man. Okay, so let me fix it again, try to fix it. Fix with agent force, fix like this. My agent force is not set it up, that's why it's, let me accept it, but still there. This thing is still there. What is he saying? So self-describing manifest, it provides essential syntax error. I cannot fix it with agent force. Okay, so probably somewhere here. What happens if I kill it completely? No, it doesn't like it. Okay, let me check this. Okay, team, I had to copy it again. There was a character somewhere which I had. But now it is fixed and I am ready to deploy it back again. And here it's important when you have updated anything, you have to follow these steps, right? So first of all, I've added a new agent, so we need to publish the whole thing again. So let's go to publish. And here in the publish, you enter a new version. So let's say 1.1, 1.1.0 and publish. This will now initiate that the whole network is being redeployed with the latest versions in Exchange. And so this is something which will take some time. And after that, once this is completed, I will be deploying the agent network um, to Cloud Hub. This is also needed so the changes from Exchange are applied as well. So it's tightly connected. You can see also the versions which are being promoted and updated here. So this looks fine. I think we will continue once everything is deployed so you can see what is going on. Or at least at this stage, let me go to Exchange in the agent visualizer. If I refresh, we should see a little more now, not yet. I think Exchange is already built before the other things happen. So now everything is published. I should see now the knowledge agent somewhere. Oh, still not there. So it may take some time. Let's now deploy it, the app. So we have the Heroku, Google, sales and distribution. Oh, I didn't add the knowledge agent. That's why. Okay, so let's add the knowledge agent. I will do a short break and then we will continue. That's the reason. All right, so I'm back. Let's continue here. We will just open up the skills which are here. We have which skill is there. So we have 3 skills, and now I need to first add my agent, right? So this agent will be here. It's an agent, not SAP. It will be just a knowledge management agent. And of course, it doesn't exist, so that's why it's being mentioned here. So I can say knowledge management agent. This looks good. And this is an agent force agent. So this is fine. MCP server, nothing changed. And in the connections, I need to add now the knowledge management connection. This is fine. Spec. Yes. And this is the thing I can now copy to my Exchange file. Just need to put this up because there's a key as well. So let's go to Exchange file and we copy it probably from here. Yes, that's it. Yeah, this need to be here in quotes, but probably that's it. Let me grab the right URL for the knowledge agent. I think it's here, agent force agent, and I'll grab the URL and come back. So this is the URL, and now we are good. That's it. Save it, and now I need to re-promote it and publish it. Let me just quickly check if everything else is fine. So we have 4 connections now. One LLM connection, one MCP, 2 agents, which makes the 4 connections. And we have here the references is one is a tooling reference, 2 agents, and we have one LLM. So that's fine. Instructions, this looks good. Okay, so let's get ready for deployment. First of all, I need to again publish my changes. And this time it will be 1.2.0. And we should now see the knowledge agent being promoted. So it goes through the CLI script. Now it works on promoting the agents and publishing it. And the moment it's published, these assets will be available. So I will return after a small pause. So the assets are deployed. Let's go. Refresh this page first. We should now see a knowledge agent added. Here you can see this is my current network, how it looks like. Let's go here in the instances. We should see a knowledge agent as well. Yeah, let's refresh. No, it's not yet deployed. Sorry, this is fine. No knowledge agent. Here is no update. And here at least I should see now in the card details that I have Google search, but that's the older version. This is the latest stable. The card details contains the provider. We see sales and distribution and knowledge management, right? So this is now being updated, and let's deploy now the framework again. So we deploy everything. Oh, I have to reselect it, unfortunately. This is something I need to update. I will copy it from the API manager here from the Heroku, copy link, paste it like this and deploy. So this will take some time. Meanwhile, we can take a look here that the knowledge agent will probably be added, and we should also see here updates on the different assets which are already deployed. So pretty simple, the way the agent network can be established and built with, with Anypoint Code Builder, and pretty easy to manage. Once you understand the YAML, once you understand the three main commands, setting up broker, publishing the assets and deploying the assets, I think you're good to go. So now we should see the things. Oh, something happened here. Agent network, something is wrong. The tutorial request, what is it? Bad request. This target has an application with the same name already deployed. With the same name, it is already deployed. Okay. So what? Let's deploy again. I mean, this can happen, right? So this is also, don't worry about it. Otherwise, I will delete this application and we redeploy it again. So the name tutorial agent is already used in target organization. So this should be skipped probably, but still doing. Let's see. We should have now at least our knowledge agent. Still not. Okay. Let's see what happens now. Okay, I think that's my mistake. I was in the wrong environment. Can happen. Okay, so now it's good. That was the issue. So it's in the tutorial environment. Now we should see a little more. So let's go down. Okay, so let's wait. I think this will now work out. Yeah, we can see it. So now it deployed everything, and let's take a look quickly. So here we should now see the knowledge agent configured. This is nice. We go to visualizer. I think here it was already. Yeah, it is already present here. We go to our exchange, and we should also see now the knowledge agent, which is appearing here. So these are my 5 assets which are deployed. And now let's come to the test part. And for the test part, I think this is um, my request. And what I will do is I will add this. What are the steps to initiate a return? So let's see. It should go to the knowledge agent and then return the response. Let's give it a couple of seconds. This is a first time call, which always can take a little bit. It need to initialize, cache few things, the interaction with the LLM, with the agents, the properties and skills. And once this is cached, the second call is much, much faster. So here you can see it returned, unfortunately, input required. Yeah, so I need to provide something else. Let me see, what are the features of the Kony app? At least this would be. Let's go. And I can also go into the dedicated agents to see what was received there, but they are not deployed in my current Anypoint org, so that wouldn't work. So here you see, now it is exactly answering the question as I would expect from the knowledge agent. It's exactly the answer which a knowledge agent gives. So maybe the first prompt was a little confusing, but you get a big picture how you can use the whole agent network, deploy it with any point code builder, and build your agentic landscape using MuleSoft. So before we close, let's quickly dive into all these different things we have. So we have in Exchange this agent and tools, which you can see all the assets being promoted and published. We have the runtime manager, the Flex Gateway in the runtime manager, which are being consumed. We have the API management side, which is being consumed. And we have the visualizer, which is also being consumed here. Beside the, one second, where is it? The monitoring part. And in the monitoring part, I should see here, at least in the traces of my tutorial demo, the different agents and assets. And I can see here how these has been accessed, what were the request volume. So there's a couple of new cool features which has been deployed by MuleSoft to make the agentic transformation easier for your organization. All right, that's it from my side. Hope it was useful to get started with the agent network. Again, I'm repeating it. The YAML file and the way you are navigating to the YAML file is important. Make sure you understand the nodes, you collapse the nodes you don't need, and really work on the nodes you want to edit. That makes things so much easier. All right, that's it. Thanks a lot, folks.